They all came to the wedding to either share their trauma or create it. Aoife, Hannah, Jules, Olivia, Johnno, all of their lives pivot around one man, Will Slater. Each has a secret to tell, a painful story to share, and none will leave the island the same person as they came. The story comes together as it is told from the perspectives of each of the characters, each chapter adding to the story until the final moment when all is revealed but not all is resolved. Everyone on the island has a secret. Some are secrets just by omission, others come from fear and shame. Johnno and Will share a terrible secret. Olivia holds a secret that is slowly driving her insane. Hannah's secret is her lust for Will, but she would never act on it. Julia has no real secret. Her secret is a letter that someone left her telling her that Will is not the man she believes him to be. Aoife has a secret pain that she has carried with her for all her adult life and has finally found the opportunity for closure, or at least more information. Charlie, Hannah's husband, has a secret that he had an affair with Julia, which is apparent from the way he talks to her and behaves around her long before the revelation to Hannah that might shatter their marriage. Will has many secrets and all the others' secrets lead back to him. It's supposed to be a wedding, a celebration. Instead, it becomes a traumatic weekend of murder and mayhem. Trevelyan's, an elite private boarding school in England, is the school that binds all the Ushers and Will together. It is where their story starts, where the inspiration for Will's outdoor show about survival springs, and where dark secrets began. Survival, a game where they kidnap the first-year students, blindfold them, hogtie them, and leave them in the wilderness to make their way back to school. For the most part, they have all had success and have transformed the painful days of Trevelyan's into a legend of what made them the men they are, rather than what broke them or nearly did. The founder and boss of the download, Julia, is a determined powerhouse of a woman. She wants what she wants and she gets what she wants. Marrying Will after only a few months of knowing him makes perfect sense to her, if not to those around her. Julia cannot stand her father who has been absent her entire life, cannot stand her mother who is a flighty drama queen and believes her younger sister to be an off-kilter attention seeker. Between the ruckus ushers, her sister nearly drowning, and her fiancé, husband disappearing from the wedding for a chunk of time, it's no wonder she has rage issues. Once a happy youth with a boyfriend and the world her oyster, Olivia is now a sullen, painfully thin, socially awkward person. After her boyfriend broke up with her for a friend of hers, she went online and met an older man named Stephen. Several hot and heavy hookups later, Stephen ghosts her after she has a bit too much to drink at an event. A month or so later, she finds herself leaving an abortion clinic with her mom and will never be the same. Hannah is Charlie's wife and Charlie is Jules' oldest and dearest friend. Though their relationship grates against Hannah's nerves, she willingly attends the wedding with her husband and is only worried about him drinking too much and losing his temper. But each of the main guests at the wedding brings secrets with them, and her husband is not exempt from that. Hannah is glad to have an escape for the weekend, from everyday life and the grief of the anniversary of her sister's suicide. Though it starts out as an escape, it rapidly becomes something else, an expose on the lies that had been kept and a revelation to the person that caused her sister's self-destruction. Aoife is an Irish businesswoman. She and her husband, Freddie, are the only inhabitants on Cormorant Island. Her entire family lived and died on the island, and it is her deep desire to bring the island back to its former glory. Landing the wedding of TV star Will Slater and his magazine mogul fiancée Julia gives her the opportunity to do just that. Prim, proper, and adept at disappearing into the background, Aoife is efficient and the entire event comes together seamlessly. No one ever suspects that Aoife has anything other than being subservient and bringing life back to her home island. Good-looking, successful, the world revolves around Will Slater. His ushers adore him, his best man will seemingly do anything to remain his best friend, men dream of being him, and women wish they could be Jules. Will's father is the headmaster at Trevelyan's and Will had a lot to live up to in his father's eyes. But as a successful TV star, it appears that Will has it all. But what has he done to get there? Lives have been shattered, more than one person has passed, and somehow they are all connected to this one shining star of a person. The best man at the wedding. The most outwardly unsuccessful and least polished-looking member for the wedding party. If it weren't for their long history with Johnno the Ushers, and Will would have never thought to include them in their lives. As it is, Will and Johnno share history and secrets that bind them together and make for a life-altering weekend. While Johnno never amounted to much and Will became a great success, he has a social conscience that rivals the beloved Will's.